Well, you guys will also watch while I do some of it. Now this is that dirty, what the hell is it? I mean, it's good ammo, it's just it's dirty as all hell. It's that shit you buy there, Arms Surplus, I believe it is, or Aim Surplus. You get 1,080 rounds for, I think it's like $169 or $179. Cost me about $200 by the time they ship it. But at that point, you know, you get what you expect. However, it's good. I've always found it to be somewhat accurate. I haven't had any problems with it thus far, so you know, I'll continue to use it anyway in the AK. I won't run it in the ARs, all right? But the AK I don't mind. I'll get some of that crap off of there. It builds up quick, doesn't it? So anyhow, somebody wants me to try that Pro 7, I think it is, or some. Yeah, I think it's Pro 7. They said it's good stuff. I've checked it out on the internet. I don't know if any of you guys ever used it yet or not, but they tell me it's pretty decent stuff, and that it's not all that expensive. Now, all that expensive is relative to the person that's thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, I'm not loaded, like as a lot of us aren't. You know, as long as I pay attention to what I'm doing, I can pretty near buy whatever it is I want. Sometimes I may have to wait a month. You know, I'm not one into just running up credit cards. Not unless I have to, because if there's going to be a shortage on something, well then naturally, you know, naturally I'll buy it, charge, and pay it off later. But I'm not a credit card addicted person. You know, I keep a few around for emergencies, but that's about it. And actually, I became less of one because I had gone through a divorce back many years ago with my first wife. Yeah, the first one I guess is just a trial run, if that's what you want to call it. But I ended up with her and my credit cards a little over $250,000 in debt. And that's what she stuck me with. It took me 12, 13 years before I was actually done with it. So it was kind of a pain in the ass. What are you going to do? You know, you live and learn. But it's over. You know, we still talk occasionally. You know, we do have kids together, so naturally, as long as you still have kids, you still talk. And regardless of how old the kids may get, they're still your kids, so you're still going to have to talk. You know? I have, my oldest daughter lives in, I believe it's Michigan up there, way the hell up next to the Canada. If she went any further up, she'd be in the Great Lakes and swimming to Canada. I mean, she's way the hell up there. And then I've got a son and daughter down in Florida. I think I told you I used to have 2 sons down in Florida and a daughter, but we lost our youngest son at the age of 30 a couple years back. That's life. And then my oldest son is still here in Connecticut, and he lives about 3 towns away. Yeah, so as they get older, yeah, they tend to drift away a little bit. You know, yeah, you're there if they need you, and they're there if we need them. So you know, you don't have to see them every day. But anyway, what do I got to do here? Oh, I got to clean this thing. Is that what I was doing? That's what I was doing. So let me run this old snake through here. I just started using these. I was so used to the old push rods, you know, with the brushes and all, that I never really gave these snakes a second chance or a second thought. But, you know, I see the guys at the club using them more and more, and I'll tell you what, the older I get, the lazier I get. So if these things work, you know, what the hell. If I can save a little time and use the snakes instead of going nuts with the brush, well then that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. This is a little tight coming through here. Come on, you're supposed to fit. Why aren't you fitting? Wow, that was a toughie. Man, if that didn't clean it, nothing will. They work a lot easier in the shotguns. So, we'll take a peek down the old bore here and see what's happening. Let's look down there. And, you know, even when I know guns are empty, like this in this case, and it's all apart, as you can see, I still don't feel comfortable looking down the barrel from the muzzle side in. It's just one of those things. And if you ever get to where you are comfortable, I think you better find another hobby. So, but anyhow, let's do what we gotta do here real quick. Let's mop this out. Yeah, come on, mop. We don't want you to stay in there. You're supposed to come out. There you go. Alright. Now we're just going to clean up the action a little bit, and then we're going to put it back together. And I don't need to bore you with all that. But I am going to show you a video on a camera. I should be doing this on the other camera. You know what? I'm going to stop with this camera and maybe finish it up with the other one over there in that bag. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Alright, I think I'm recording here. And this is what the Canon T4i, the Rebel T4i. Now, I really don't know how good this camera is, like I say, because I haven't used it all that much. It took me about 2 minutes to get the equipment to get it so it'll fit on the tripod. And then I had to look at it for a minute to figure out how to turn it on and to get it to working again. Like I say, I haven't used it that much. I really don't know why I bought it. I guess that day I bought it, I was just thinking to myself, you know what, it'd be nice to get some nice, it must be close to, yeah, 5 of 12, the train. We get 6 a day, I think I told you. We get 2 in the morning, 2 in the afternoon, and 2 right after dinner, so right around that area. But anyway, I think it was one of those things when I bought it, it was just like, you know what, it'd be nice to take some nice close-ups or some nice photographs, some nice color pictures, you know, when I'm out and about. Well, not thinking I'm not out and about as much as I used to be. You know, we were on the boat, we were always traveling. You know, I mean, we're in the mid-side of Connecticut, you know, the middle of the coastline kind of. And it's about a 3.5 hour boat trip to Chelsea Pier in New York City. So, you know, we used to take a cruise down to Chelsea Pier and hang out there for the night and take a cab into Little Italy and have dinner. And, you know, come back the next day, or sometimes head up the Hudson for a while and go up into Tarrytown or whatever and stop off and have a little something to eat up there. And you see a little marina. And that's when the cameras come in handy, when you're doing a lot of stuff like that. You know, and so I still had my old habits in mind, but they were no longer there because we sold the boat. You know, it got to be more of a nuisance after a while. But we've done our time on the boat. You know, we were there for a long time. We lived on the boat for 3.5, 4 years up here in Connecticut through the winter and summer. You know, we just, you know, and it was actually an enjoyable experience. I think if I hadn't had the back surgery, I would probably, strong possibility that we'd still be on the boat and probably have bought a bigger one by now, because we were looking, we had a 45 and we were looking at a 65. So it's one of those things to where if things were a little different, like I say with the back surgery and such, we probably would have had a bigger boat and still be living on the boat. Now, I don't know if I would have enjoyed it or not enjoyed it, because you know, we've been out of the house for so long at that point that who would have known. But I do enjoy naturally having a house, a home, other than living on a boat. It's a nice life, believe me, but not so much for up here in Connecticut. Maybe the warmer states, we really don't have winters. But other than that, we enjoyed it. It was an experience. Yeah. But it was also a costly experience. You know, our boat, you know, every time we fill it, especially near the end, you know, when gas started to go up there, it cost us $1,600 a day for fuel. Now, when I say a day, we're going to get 8 to 10 hours out of that day, you know, depending upon if I'm working the tide, you know, the current, or if I'm not. So that makes a big difference, believe it or not, especially when you have a larger boat. It makes a difference on any boat, but you notice it more in the fuel consumption on the larger boats. And also with the speed. You know, the smaller boats, I don't know. I never really had a smaller boat. Well, I can't say that. I did have a 27-footer. I had it for about 4 or 5 months. And then we bought a 32. And then we bought a... Now this all happened within about 4 years. We bought the 27. Then we bought the 32. Then we bought a 35. You know, a different boat. The 32 was a Wallcraft Saint-Tropez, which was a nice boat, 454s. Nice running boat. But then we went into the Formula 35. Then we went into a Formula 36. And these are the PC models, so they're not like the cigarette boats. And then we went into the Sea Ray, which was 45. And then we were on our way up to a 65, but like I say, we decided to get out of it, you know, after the back surgery and such. And you know, after out of it for a while, and you're not living on it anymore, you tend to start getting used to land, which we have, you know, and it's nice. I mean, I enjoy the house. You know, and then the boat, like I say, you know, you're sitting there and you're paying $2,500 a month for a boat that you're not using. So it gets kind of costly. You know, what else can I do with that $2,500 a month? If I do nothing with it other than save it, it's going to last longer. You know, as a retired, retarded, and semi-handicap. You know, it's that $2,500 could definitely be used more. That's if the government doesn't take it. You know, you put it in the bank, you know, and then the stocks and such, and your 401s. The government just loves taking money out whenever they can. You know, but you don't know they're doing it because it's the stock market that's doing it, you know. So, but anyway, you know, it just, you feel more secure naturally when you get our age, and you know you got some capital left to get you through. Because I mean, what are you going to do? I'm going to start working again, a full-time job, even at the range. You know, I couldn't do what I used to do, 6 days a week, 5 days a week at the range, 8 hours a day. My back would blow out. I went to the range yesterday for a few hours and my back is shot today. You don't feel it then, you feel it the next day. So, but other than that, we're done with this, so we should be able to tell if in fact there's a difference in the quality of the videos, because the camera's in the same place, I'm working on the same gun. And I'm going to call it quits for now.